Hey everyone, this is Man Shark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, and this is Final Fantasy X. Bad news, just on the start of it, or good news if you look at it like that. We need to fight Jumbo Flan a few more times. I have done the maths on our sphere grid here, using Titus as the example because of our three mainly level characters, he has equal last place in the mana stakes, and it's because he hasn't done this area, which is the exact same as Auron, as you may have just seen. Lulu's grid is surprisingly bereft of plus magic. It's only at the end that you really get a lot of it, but in total, apart from 1+2 nodes sitting behind 4 level 4 locks down here. Are they all level 4? No, 3 level 4. Jesus, come on. 3 level 3 and 1 level 4 lock, which we can break through, which is nice because that is also Nabgil, which I don't care about. Cool. Yeah, apart from that one down there, there are 24 points of magic on the remaining part of Lulu's grid. We need about 66. Thankfully, there are a few empty nodes. If we kill Jumbo Flan 6 times, I want to say 6 times, we should get enough magic to deal with it. So I'm sorry, but we're going to be fighting this dumbass thing. And by fighting, I mean we're going to be looking at it and anime yawn at each other. My reasoning is that once that's done, and considering we're not maxing out luck because we worked out last episode that luck was kind of ridiculous to max out, once we max out magic on someone, we can then fill in everybody's grid, see where someone's lacking something, and fill that in. Because we're not doing HP, that should be pretty easy to do. So we don't need to go to the full extent of the min-maxing that we've been trying. Actually, we should only need to be able to defeat Jumbo Flan 5 times because of that 1+2 magic node. Okay. Let's see how it goes. And once we do that, we might have a couple of kicks at some of the original creations that we haven't fought yet. So we've already fought Earth Eater and Greater Sphere, so next on the list is Catastrophe. Which that should be fun. Good, I missed it putting Reflect on us, but it must have in order for it to have Kuraged. So there we go. Yeah, so once we get these magic spheres that we're looking for, we will just be tearing through the grid. We're still not in a good position to do the lightning dodging, unfortunately. It's still a cold day. And I just don't feel, excuse me, these yawning motherfuckers. I just don't feel like I'd have a good shot at it. We will do it eventually if we have to. And we don't really have to. We can beat the game and the, you know, real ultimate boss without using Lulu. She's probably one of the more expendable characters, if we're being honest, because magic doesn't scale as well as physical damage does. It just doesn't. I don't remember if that was our first or second fight. I feel like it was our first, even though it... Well, I'd like to say that it was our second, because that's what it feels like, but I'm pretty sure it was our first. Oops. No, just a normal summon. I'm trying not to look at the screen just because they're going to send me to sleep, I swear. There we go. Oh, I forgot to mention, I had my second COVID vaccination. So, get vaccinated if you can, and you haven't already. I got it the day before the official government advice turned to, hey, don't give AstraZeneca to anybody under 60. But because I'd already had AstraZeneca as my first dose, I could still get it, even after, like even now, because if you didn't have a reaction to it your first time round, it's totally fine the second time. Which was like, yeah, it makes sense. And yeah, I had a bit of a sore arm the following day, like just up where the injection site was. But that's pretty standard for most vaccinations. So yeah, no issues. Feels good, you know? Feel a bit more confident about things. Because I am kind of in a high-risk group, so, you know, smart thing to do would be vaccinated. So yeah, get vaccinated if you can. It's important. Because the more people who are vaccinated, the less chance there is of spreading it. You can still get it when vaccinated, don't be an idiot. Like, I know that media and like even the government are running around being all like, oh, once you're vaccinated, or more correctly, the media's running around being like, how could this person have got it? They were vaccinated. It's like, yeah. You can still get the flu if you've been vaccinated against the flu. It just means it's not as significant. And you get over it quicker. And you display you're less symptomatic, which means it's harder for you to spread it to people because it spreads via symptoms, like coughing and sneezing and breathing on people. Stop breathing. Okay, hopefully that's our second kill. I mean, it would be our second kill, but hopefully it gives us magic instead of dark matter. Nice. We definitely have to fight it at least twice more, but we'll check after that to make sure that I didn't bugger up the timing. But yeah, these yawning bastards, I swear. What I'm saying is that the more people who are vaccinated, because it makes it harder to spread it if you have it, and again, you have it for a shorter period of time, and you know, so on and so forth. So, if you're vaccinated, 1, there's less chance of you catching it. 2, there's less chance of you spreading it to people if you do catch it. 3, there's a shorter time period, as far as I'm aware, that you would be able to spread it to people, like that you would suffer from it. So that's 3 reductions in severity. Now, say that you're reducing it from, I don't know what the actual odds are, but say you have a 50% chance. Let's run on 50s. Let's run on 50s. 50s, actually, no, 50s are pretty good. Okay, so let's say you have a vaccine. It halves the chance of you catching COVID-19. Okay, that's great. 50% chance less of catching it. Then on top of that, it gives you a 50% less chance of spreading it to someone. Okay. Now you're at 25% chance of spreading it to somebody at all if you were exposed to it in the first place. Because 50% of 50%, 25. Then 50% less time, or 50% shorter duration of the disease. So if you were exposed to it, then you have, excuse me, 12.5% of the impact that you would have otherwise had without the vaccine. 1/8 of the impact. Now, the figures are better than that. I'm pretty sure that it reduces it way more than 50%. Like it's an 80 or 90% against the main strain sort of thing, which is even better. Like, can you imagine 10% of 10% of 10%? That's 1,000th. It's 1,000th of the impact that you would have had, even if those don't match up. At least one of those is a 10%. So 1/10 at the very worst, 1/10 of the impact that you would have had otherwise, should you be exposed to COVID-19. How is that not a good thing? Anti-vax scum. I joke, no anti-vaxxers are watching this. But if they are, fuck you. But no anti-vaxxers watch, this is not the right demographic. All 5 of you. But seriously, if you are, reconsider your opinions. God damn it, that one did not kick. Actually, no, that was Magic Spheres, my bad. I was thinking back to Kodos and being like, oh, we didn't get 40 of it. Okay, we got 6. We need 2 more. So yeah, we were on the first fight that one time. Takes us a bit under 5 minutes to kill one of these. Which isn't bad considering how much damn HP it's got and that I've only got one guy hitting him. One girl, sorry, Anima is a woman. Kind of. Technically. The faith that they come from is female, so... because it's Seymour's mum. I'm pretty sure we can take Catastrophe. This isn't the same thing as me being pretty sure that we could take Dark Yojimbo, because I know Dark Yojimbo is tougher than a lot of the stuff in the Monster Arena. I wonder if we have to actually take on all the Dark Aeons. I mean, we will take on all the Dark Aeons, trust me. Even if we have to brute force it through Dark Yojimbo's random attacks. think it'd be a lot better if we could reliably hit Dark Yojimbo. Could be that luck training would override that, but yeah. I really don't want to do the luck training. And I don't want to subject you guys to 210 battles of Earth Eater. Like, that would be ridiculous. Also, I don't want to do it. It comes down to it. I don't want to do it. It's not necessary. We're maxing all the other stats. That should be enough. Luck still plays a role, but it's not a significant role. I'm just gonna punch it. There we go. Alright, one more. Excuse me. One more unless it drops dark matter. We do want to actually farm up a little bit of dark matter, so we might fight Budatu or One Eye. We'll probably fight One Eye a little bit more. We don't need what they drop. I don't think. I think we've got plenty of MP spheres, and I know we've got plenty of magic defense spheres. But if we could get a little bit more money while we're at it, I mean, we're not hard up for money, I guess. And Vidatu is a way quicker kill because you just in dead, in dead, in dead. That being said, One Eye you just hit twice. Probably have to do the AP trick again, because I think Yuna's running a little low on levels. She's got like 30 or something. Which isn't exactly low, but she will run out, because she hasn't been in this section of Lulu's grid before, as far as I'm aware. Not most of it anyway. You definitely want to make sure she has double cast. Because double casting Ultima for 1 MP, brilliant. Not that we get much use out of it. Yeah. I guess we should farm the money a little bit, because we will want a couple of level 4 key spheres at some point. Maybe. And those cost a lot of money to get, because we have to go bribe Chimera Geists. Or Chimera Brains. Whichever ones are out in the Calm Lands. I mean, we can just, because they're actually kind of a rare encounter, we can just find one in the monster arena and kill it. Well, not kill it, but, you know, bribe it. Pay to fight it, pay to run away. Smells like my neighbors have their chimney going. It's not as bad as you think. It might be smoke, but it's like they burn scented wood, so it actually smells kind of nice. Doesn't do great things for my eye though, unfortunately. There we go. Alright, that should be the spheres we need. Good, it did give us spheres. Just gonna save it real quick, because why not? Alright, you know. You're not gonna be one we move around. Orin is. So we're just getting the stuff now. We're not replacing anything. Even the mana and HP that we really don't need. And the power and all that sort of stuff. Because I think what we've done on basically half the board so far has actually given us enough leeway to max most things out. Yeah, so we don't even really need to be doing this specifically on Orin, we could be doing it on anyone. But we're just going to take him as far as his little levels will take him, because it's not going to take him all the way through this grid. Except when we encounter empty nodes. Because we're going to fill the empty nodes with magic. And that should, theoretically, get us where we want to go. I know these are all sub 4 increases, but it's fine. It's seriously fine. If need be, we can always come back and fix them up later. Also, we don't have any evasion or accuracy spheres anymore because we used them all. Ah, he's out of movement. Yuna has actually been through a bit of this grid before, so she doesn't need to do too much. Which is nice. I might still only move her to where Orin is, just so that we can keep them all at the same sort of point. Oh yeah, we haven't even been through all of up here, where Ultima is. Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay, Titus hasn't been through here before, that's fine. He actually needs the HP now. This should put him back at the HP cap. Soft cap anyway. Which is nice. Yep, we're gonna have to go fight Don Tonbury again. Make sure everybody's got their proper weaponry equipped. We're still not going to move the other three until we're absolutely sure about the stats. And I might still do those off screen because, or like between episodes, because it is literally just this and Kodos fights. And we've already fought Kodos enough. Really more than enough. Alright, so that's not bad. We do need more mana spheres, unfortunately. How are our stats? Yeah, looking alright. Looking alright. Looking pretty good, actually. Yes, return to main menu, and we do need stats on things. Orin, you need to go to Muramasa. Yuna, you need to go to Heavenly Access. And Titus, you need to go to Ragnarok. Well, Waka is fine using World Champion, because he'll be our bunny. Alright, and everybody is in the right overdrive mode? I don't think I ever took them out of it. Yeah, they're fine. No, it's an area conquest, because it's a weird thing. Yep. Skip, 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 punch. It's got like 420,000 HP. Nice. Alright. How'd we go, lads? Yeah, not bad. Just sub Orin in, I guess. Does anybody else need levels? I mean, Yuna could use a few more. So could Waka, actually. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna be nice and make Titus for Bunny now. Because Waka could always use a couple more levels. So give him blowout. Alright. Yeah, it's free hits. That's 4. Next hit should do it. But Titus has to make that because the others aren't damage broken. The damage limit broken at this point. So if they attack him, it'll only do half of what he's got left. And also get them killed. Instead of killing Tonberry itself. Nice. Alright, out of that. Re-equip everybody properly. So Calibog is fine. Start to World Champion, Mirror Master to Masamune, Heavenly Access to Nirvana. Heal up. Alright, back to the grid. So it's that way there, but I want to just go here because we want to unlock Bio. And of course, put down a magic sphere. Now I do want to get him through to here. So we're going to do that. And the fun part about this is each of these blocks are going to become a magic sphere for us. Just because they're empty nodes, why not? Now this does mean we can't get into this little area there, which I can't. This little area here, with the luck plus 4 and 2 magic defense nodes. But I don't care. I mean, the luck plus 4 is definitely nice, don't get me wrong. But it's also not necessary. Okay, I think with these remaining levels we should be able to do most, if not all, of the remaining grid. Hopefully. Okay, we now know Nab Gil, which I believe is an entirely pointless ability. Let's put down our last magic sphere. So the question is now, aside from magic, do we lack anything? Strength. 4 points of strength. It's 1 point there, 4 points there. Okay. Don't need to worry about it then. So we're not filling in that blank node. In fact, we're not filling in any more blank nodes. Not unless we somehow get, like, luck spheres. There. Apart from magic, that's cap. And you know what? I'm going to bust that level 2 lock just because we can. We've got 46 level 2 spheres, so why not? If you can bust it, you might as well. Can't break through those level 4s, so I don't care. It's given us Demi, which is a pretty useless ability when it comes down to it, because anything that you'd want to use Demi on is normally immune to it. Remember, Demi reduces the other target's health by 1/4, no ifs, buts, or exceptions, unless it's immune to it. Which, anything with a substantial amount of HP, like Dark Aeons, will just straight up be immune to it. It kind of sucks. It's actually really annoying. So a lot of what we're doing right now is kind of pointless because we already have like the max stats. But when we zoom out, you'll see why. It just looks nice. Also, there are abilities wandering around on the grid that we might as well grab while we can. Particularly double cast down here. Yeah, definitely more than enough strength now. Yep, there's double cast for us. We are going to have to fight Kodos again pretty soon. Hopefully we can finish this up for Titus at least. There are some things that we haven't unlocked for him, but in general they're completely inconsequential. So what I'm going to do after we finish this, I'm going to show you what the sphere grid looks like once we finish up for Titus. What we haven't gotten for him, which I don't think is a lot from memory. And then we're going to go... Okay, good. So that is basically the complete sphere grid. Now there are some things that we haven't done. For example, these 3 luck nodes down here. Also, quick pockets. These 2 luck nodes here, which honestly you would replace those anyway because they're only +2. Still a couple of locks on the board, which we didn't remove because why bother. This luck node here, which you would replace anyway. Same with that one there. There's an agility node there, which is behind a level 3 lock for some reason. You'd replace that one too, it's only 2 points. Luck node down here, it's 1 point, you'd replace it. And yeah, there's one in the middle here, again 1 point, you'd replace it. And this luck node here, which you wouldn't replace, but 2 magic defense points that you would. Yeah, he's done. There's his stats, 255 for everything except luck, and HP and MP obviously. He's fine, he's done. So now what we'll do is we're basically going to move Walker over the same thing, Orin and Yuna, but Yuna has a lot further to go. Yuna has to come up here and unlock all of this shit. Riku has a lot further to go. She's got to go through all this trash. Lulu as well. Lulu more than most people, I think. And Kamari. All of that sphere grid stuff I'm going to do between episodes. Because it's just repeating what you've already seen. It's kind of boring. And, like, why bother? One thing I do want to check out, though. A couple of things. Looking for regen. There it is. Yeah. Sure. What else can you learn? There, yeah. Drain, Demi. Again, pointless teaching him Demi. Her Demi, whatever. Full life is also pretty pointless. Scan's useless. The cures are pretty shit because we already have Kiraga. Could be worth putting full break on, but for 2 dark matter. Alright. I want 6 dark matter. So we're going to fight One Eye. And by fight One Eye, I mean we're going to slaughter One Eye until he coughs up 6 dark matter. No? Because unlike with the, what she calls it, okay, it did ambushes, which sucks, but you know. Yeah, Titus is still awake, buddy. Unlike with the Dark Aeons, you can't guarantee a dark matter drop. So you just gotta go. Ironically, luck will increase the odds of you getting dark matter. I believe that's the case. Which actually means that the more luck you get, the harder it is to get your normal spheres. Not that you should need them by that point. But you know. It's still easy enough to kill. Okay, that's 2 of 6. And, you know, every time it drops equipment, that's just more money for us. And even though it does cost us to fight him, we do make money when we beat him. Pretty much almost all of the creations, I think you make money if you beat them. There are some that you don't, because the stuff they drop is just so not rated well by the game. Anytime that One Eye drops a weapon, that's basically 100 grand right there. I don't know what the chance is of a rare drop. It seems to go down when you're trying to get them. I'll get a clay, but it's got a yawny mouth as well, so you know. It's triggering the yawn reflex. I swear. Okay, good. That's 4 of 6. Well, if you ever thought we needed more magic defense spheres. So I think by default, say you were trying to do the break HP limit thing, there's about 20,000, without messing with it because we have definitely messed with it. On the unimproved sphere grid, there is about 20,000 health sitting on the board. So you need to make up 79,000 more if you wanted to hit the real hard cap. So 79,000 divided by 300. Let's be real charitable and say that every 1,000 is free spheres because each one is plus 300, so we're being really charitable there. So 79 by 3. Yeah, 79 by 3, that's right. So 80 by 3 minus 3. And what do you get? 237. You need 237 HP spheres. I didn't actually check what it just dropped, so let's just have a quick look. 98. Okay. Okay. So 237. 237, and we're being charitable as well because it's like 20,000 and a bit that's on the board, so you know, whatever. 237 spheres, which means you'd have to fight the HP monster, Ironclad. About 70 times. Then you'd have to find spots for them on the board, and trust me, you do not have that many spots on the board, but are free, so you'd have to compromise with something. And what you would compromise with is either accuracy or evasion. I think accuracy, because if you're also maxing luck, accuracy doesn't matter. But also, as we've previously discussed, through the healing mechanics of the game and how the celestial weapons work, why are you bothering? It's a terrible idea. I mean, yeah, maybe it would let us survive Wakizashi a little bit more, but I think we're just going to have to Aeon our way through that fight. Come on, where's my one remaining dark matter? We do unfortunately waste a dark matter because we're at 98, we need to get to 99. And as long as we're overkilling, it'll only drop in 2s. No way around it. Oh, I'm just a real yawny boy today. Gotta keep up my hydration levels. Damn it, come on. Yeah, I really want to get this armor before we fight. There we go. Lovely. Okay, sell weapons. Okay, so we have 591,000 gil. Damn it. Almost tripled our money. Alright, we're going to save the game. Actually, no, we're just going to up our HP. Because now, we're going to fight Catastrophe. Alright, this is Catastrophe. You may remember it as the boss monster, which was, or as a reskin version of the boss monster, the Sin Spawn boss monster, that was outside of the temple at Kilika. Yeah. Anyway, Catastrophe has 2.2 million HP. You can steal Gambler Spirits and level 2 Key Spheres from him. And he will drop Designer Wallets or Dark Matter. He's going to stay in that shell until we inflict 500,000 damage on it. Has a slightly higher... We've actually made a mistake. My bad. We're going to flee from this fight. I forgot to apply the ribbons of the Dark Matter. So let me do that real quick. What's Waka wearing? They have a miracle comeback. It'll be right down the bottom. There it is. One ribbon. And now it's called Shutout. That's pretty cool. Titus's Sanctuary is his Shutout. All of Waka's stuff is themed. Like, I mean, everybody's stuff is themed, but you know. Anyway, back to Catastrophe. Maybe it weren't ambushes this time. It didn't ambush us this time. That's good. So when it's into shell, it's going to attack us with a Poison, Confusion, Curse attack. Ideally, we don't want it to do that. But if we did, we would have wanted everybody, or at least 2 of our party members, not to be afflicted by it that much. Titus and Waka can still be cursed, but that's it. Alright, let's get it out of its shell. So yeah, it definitely has a higher defense. Out it comes. Alright, so now it has an attack pattern. When it attacks, it should use Toxic Spray first, which is a minimal amount of damage to a character, but it puts them in basically full break status. Then it will use Demi, which unfortunately does affect us. And then it has an attack which hits everybody for a large amount of damage, which will generally kill the one that it put the full break on. So we need to do about 1.7 million to it. I'm pretty sure we can do that without quick hitting because its defense is reduced. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, okay, 13, here's Toxic Spray. Yeah, tiny amount of damage, there's 14, but now Titus will be in full break status. 15, 16, 17, and kill shot. Yep, beautiful. So that was Catastrophe. Not too bad, huh? And we got the Corruptor, which is a strike weapon, I believe. Yeah, Sleep Stone and Dark Strike. Not that good. Well, while we're on a bit of a roll, and it's, you know, a little early, let's fight for Ubin. So for Ubin, is a reskin of the Guardian Dragon, which was on top of Mount Gagazet, I want to say. Anyway, let's go over what he does, because I have not pre-read this one. 3 million HP. You can steal Gambler Spirits and teleport spheres off him, and he drops Underdog Secrets. Oh, that's nice. He drops triple AP and triple overdrive weaponry and HP gear. Oh, that's the other way that you can actually dramatically increase your HP. You only need to get about 60,000 HP on the board, because then you can just dump HP like gear on yourself if you want to waste slots. Again, another reason why it's a waste. Alright, so he's going to counterattack everything with a tail swipe that removes all protective statuses, unless we've got an auto status. He's got a shockwave, which does full damage to one character, and something called Rainbow, which hits everybody and curses them. Okay, so... Wow. Wow, that's super stupid. There's a cheap way of killing him. You put a Doom on him, or like one of the death attacks, and you just defend for 255 turns, because he only has like a single kill ability. So yeah, he's going to counterattack everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to overdrive. Got it. A little worried there, but no, we managed to get it. So let's see how much damage this does. Full. So it's 1.2 million damage right there. There's Condemn. That wasn't all that damaging, actually. That's fine. There it is. Now we're just going to sort of wait. Attack reels. Okay, how much HP did I say? 3 million? Okay. Oh, I hit that pretty late. Okay, so this is another 1.2 million damage. Well, short 6 points. And you'll hit us with another Condemn. Boom. I'm pretty sure we can just finish him off normally. So we should have slightly over 800,000 left. 700,000 now. 600. I'm not worried about this Condemn attack, it does almost no damage. 500. 400. It's a pretty cool looking monster, actually. Slightly over 300. Not quick enough, apparently. Yeah, it's fine. We'll wear one attack. We are starting to take a fair bit of damage, so let's just heal ourselves up a little bit. We'll heal up Orin. And I guess heal up yourself. Okay, we could have killed it. I must have miscounted at some point. Eh. Okay, yeah, so that was for Urban. There's some Underdog Secrets and the Vita Bangle, which is probably... And it's plus HP. Yeah, so that's plus 50% HP. So if you really wanted to cap your HP, you can. It's not that difficult. But the opportunity cost is huge. You can have that much HP, or you can have auto protect and ribbon and stuff like that. Like, what are you doing? Alright, so let's just take stock of things real quick. The end of the episode that we're at. So we still have to fight Neslug, Ultima Buster, Shinru, and Unknown. Interesting. Anyway, we'll do that most of that next episode, because in between episodes I'm gonna get everybody filled in on the sphere grid. All that's going to entail, so let me tell you what you're missing out on here. all that's going to entail is me riding around this grid, going you know the drill. And I will also be fighting Kotos a lot. Like, a lot. So, that's great. Thanks. It's going to be fun. And I'll showcase it to you all next time, because we'll probably have a lot more money. And we might also have... what else might we also have a lot more of? It's pretty much it. Money. Oh, that's one thing I did want to check out, though. Anima's attributes. 255, 255, 255. Yeah, only thing he's missing is agility and evasion. And luck, but whatever. I mean, we can always raise them, but seriously, if you're finding fortune spheres to raise an Aeon's luck, what is wrong with you? Just why? Yeah, look, the Maga sisters are right up there too. That's good. What about Yojimbo? Oh yeah, he gets max evasion. That's why we couldn't hit the little fucker. Alright, well, anyway, with that in mind, I've been Sub, you've been yourselves. Later!